Finally, the bye week is over. It's game week again for the New York Jets as they play the Cleveland Browns. We'll have notes on that. Plus, they've created some cap space with that Michael Carter II trade. What can they do with it? We'll talk about it. Let's go.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for stopping by this morning on a beautiful Monday, well into the month of November. And, Sunday was weird. Didn't have any game to watch. Didn't have a game on Thursday for us. Don't have a game tonight. Just no game. So just, have my phone by me for fantasy football updates and just watching games, looking around the league. Oh, no real skin in the game. Like, that devastating loss or, that euphoric win. Just not a lot happening there. So that was sort of weird. But, boy, are we going to get it because it's game week this week for the Cleveland Browns game. And then a few days after that, we have Thursday Night Football against the New England Patriots, our last primetime game of the year. So we're about to get some football, baby, in a very short period of time. We'll get to that later on the program. But first, let's talk about Michael Carter II and the cap space that move created. Shout out to ESPN's Rich Cimini for breaking down all the numbers associated with this trade that happened last week. Here it is. We also have an article in the YouTube description down below. The Jets saved $20.5 million in cash and cleared $16 million in cap space for 2026 and 2027. Michael Carter II had 2 years left on his deal beyond this season for 2026 and for 2027. So there's a lot of good things that happen with this trade, right? The Jets move up a little bit in the draft, not in this April's draft. It's a draft after that in 2027. So they jump up from the 7th round to the 6th round. Sure. All right. Why not? Pick earlier. That's always good. John Mechie III, again, we have no idea really who he is. He was a top 50 pick a couple of years ago, comes from a really good school in Alabama, but we haven't really seen a lot at the NFL level. In fairness, he overcame leukemia, which, that's about as big of a thing as you could possibly overcome. So he had that in his rookie season and missed his entire rookie year. So I'm sort of intrigued, and we'll see. Aaron Glenn is going to speak today, and we'll see sort of their response to the trade that happened and, what John Mechie is going to bring to the team and all these other things. But I think the biggest benefit the Jets had with that Michael Carter II trade is getting the contract off the books. The Eagles were our knight in shining armor because 14 months ago, the Jets made Michael Carter II the highest paid slot defender in NFL history. And while we were all pretty happy about it at the time, the contract became an albatross. It was an anchor on our cap situation. It didn't seem like we had any way out until the Eagles suddenly burst on the scene and saved us for that. And hey, again, rooting and wishing all the best for old MC2 over there. But we get all this cap space now, which could be used maybe to extend some of these guys that we're talking about here at the trade deadline. That could be a factor that we're talking about here on the Coffee Club. So, something to consider, perhaps, with all the extra moolah coming in. Good morning to everybody coming into the room. Like the video, hit subscribe here on YouTube. Appreciate you. Let's keep growing the army. Much appreciated. So yeah, the Jets going to have some additional cap space to play with here, which I like. In terms of this year, it's minimal on the books for this year. It's like $2.5 million or something in cap space for this season, but it's the future seasons that are the big deal for the New York Jets. Yes. Let's also look ahead here, which is, again, it's good to have that money. And the NFL trade deadline, by the way, is tomorrow, Tuesday, November 4th at 4 o'clock. So, of course, for all the shows we'll be doing, Boy Green Daily right now, Boy Green meets Woody tomorrow, Boy Green Daily tomorrow, and my digital shows, the Man Shot Show, Boy Green Digital, I'll be back live again at 11 o'clock this morning. We are on Trade Watch. The Jets are one of the most prominent teams featured in this year's trade deadline with our pass rushers. Michael Clemens being mentioned, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Breece Hall, Quinnen Williams. Who else am I missing? That's probably all of them. Oh, Quincy Williams, obviously. Let's throw him into the mix. So the Jets are prominently featured. We'll see. Do they pull the trigger on any of these moves? Do they add anybody themselves at safety or offensive line, perhaps? That'd be kind of curious. So, again, we're constant, no matter what the topic of the show is, we're constantly on trade watch. Constantly on trade watch. Yes, let's go to a comment here real quick. The wisdom of Jacob's ladder. Great job losing Darnold. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sam friggin' Darnold. How great did he look last night, huh? Woo-hoo-hoo. Old Sammy. Good Lord have mercy. He looked pretty gosh darn good, quite frankly. And you go back to that decision in 2021 where the Jets could keep Sam Darnold or they could trade him. And they chose to trade him. Here you go, fans. That's where, where Wolverine and the meme of holding the picture of Sam Darnold. The Jets had the choice. Build around Sam Darnold, trade back from the number 2 overall pick. They could have had 3 first-round picks. San Francisco was trying to move up. Or for Zach Wilson is who they were trying to move up for. So the Jets could have kept Sam Darnold, traded the number 2 overall pick to San Francisco, had 3 first-round picks, and who knows what they would have done with them, and build around Sam. Of course, we know the Jets didn't do that. They traded Sam to the Panthers. I thought they got a good haul, a 2, a 4, and a 6. Very nice haul. And took Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson's one of the biggest busts in Jets franchise history. So it all fell apart. But I'm happy for Sammy. Hey, I told you guys, if you listen to me during the offseason, I wanted Sam back. But I just didn't think Sam wanted us. And I can't blame him. He has a great situation out there in Seattle. So salute to Sam Darnold. I'm happy for Sam. I'm happy for Seattle. That's great. I'm rooting for Sammy for sure. Let's go to Adirondack Fly Guy. What up, BG, my fellow CNYer? That is correct. Yeah, I live in Oswego, and I used to work in Syracuse all the time. I don't now. I work more from home now. But salute. Appreciate you, Adirondack Fly Guy. Keep it rolling. By the way, folks, make sure you guys join the Boy Green Coffee Club. That's a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. It's our YouTube membership group. For only $3 a month, you get all the perks, baby. It's one level. You get it all at one level. $2.99. That's all it costs, baby. Also, if you guys do jump on the Boy Green Coffee Club, you also get a raffle ticket to our contest. On top of all the other prizes you get, which are great. You get access to our Discord channel. You get a loyalty badge next to your name. You get access to our emojis. But also, you get a raffle ticket for this month's contest. It's one of the coolest contests we have. We have an autographed Marty Lyons Alabama jersey. It's actually right behind me, but it's better to see it here so you can see it in its full flower. You get all his Jets accomplishments that are listed there on the bottom of the jersey. It's autographed. And the inscription is to the Boy Green Coffee Club. So you guys, if you're an Alabama fan, then this is sweet. If you're a Jet fan, this is sweet. If you're an Alabama and a Jets fan, that's pretty sweet. I know a couple of those out there swimming in the water. So, hey, baby, make sure you guys do it. This will go to somebody on December 1st. Again, there's no limit to how many raffle tickets you can buy, so feel free to buy multiple. Hit the money sign on YouTube, gift channel memberships. Send in your super chat questions. We'll answer those on the show, and then they'll put you in the running for this raffle, which again we'll be giving away on December 1st. You have the entire month of November to get involved, baby. Make sure you do. It's a sweet ass prize. Salute to the Marty Lyons Foundation. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So so let's so we do have trade deadline and everything else, and we could get into all that. But I do want to, because we haven't been able to talk Jets football in a while. I'm looking forward to coming out of the bye. Now, here's the thing. Hopefully we hear from AG a little bit later. Good health update. Can Sauce Gardner come back from his concussion? Would love that. Garrett Wilson, can he come back? He missed 2 straight games, and then with the bye and everything, basically he has a month off from football. So Garrett Wilson, that'd be great to get him back. Kane Nguanu also got hurt. Can he come back? Our special teams ace. So injuries, healthy. Can the Jets come out of the bye healthy? Well, I'm hearing that there was just a trade. Wait a second. Let's go see. Let's see that apparently there was just a trade, according to Alon. Let's go. Wade. Whoa. Oh wow, baby. Okay, let's get it. We got a trade here to analyze on the show. Very nice. Hey now, where is it? Where's my little trade update music? All right, for ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter, Miami's trading pass rusher Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick. There you go. Wow. Okay. Now, this does affect the Jets because the Eagles were reportedly interested in Jermaine Johnson. And it was likely for the same price point. So this likely eliminates the Philadelphia Eagles from the Jermaine Johnson trade, which we will talk about in due time. So, whoa, mamacita. Shout out to Alon. Thank you, guys. If you guys ever see a trade or something, you're like, whoa, Paul, this. Make sure you super chat it in, then I won't miss it. I'm glad I didn't miss it. I'm glad I was looking at the comment section when this happened. Here it is. And I'll just tell you, great. Good for the Eagles. I didn't want a third-round pick for Jermaine Johnson. Hell no. A third-round pick ain't enough for me. So I'm totally copacetic. Totally copacetic that Eagles get their pass rusher. It's a good deal. Jalen Phillips, 26 years old. The Eagles got a good deal. The Dolphins get a good deal. I think it's good for everybody. Jalen's a really talented player. Now he goes over there to Philadelphia. But I wouldn't. If this would have been Jermaine Johnson, I would have been pissed. A third-round pick? Get the hell out of here. So good for the Dolphins getting it for Jalen. But no, thank you. But that's apparently the waters the Eagles were swimming in, is trying to give up a third-round pick to go get a guy. But no thanks. So, yeah, how does this directly affect the Jets? And, again, shout out to Alon for throwing that in there. This clearly eliminates the Philadelphia Eagles from the Jets trade sweepstakes for Jermaine Johnson. So, Craig Hatch is happy. Get him out of our division. Let's go. Sure. Yeah, I wouldn't mind beating the Dolphins' ass. Let's go. So that probably makes it easier to do so. All right, there you go. We're getting movement. Again, the trade deadline is tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Things are going to be popping. Things are going to be happening here. And again, I'm just happy that's not Jermaine. Whoo! Bullet dodged, baby. So happy that's not Jermaine, because those were the waters apparently that the Eagles were swimming in. So thank heavens. That's good to hear. Yep, so a third is what it cost. A third rounder. And so Alon says, give me Jalen Waddle for a 2 or 3. I don't think they trade him inside division. And if they did, the price would be higher. And by the way, I respect that. If the Jets trade anyone in division, if the normal, let's say Jermaine Johnson, for instance, the normal price is a second round pick, let's just say. For the division, it's a first round pick. There is a tax increase if you trade inside your division. 100% unquestioned. That's just the straight up truth. Let's go back to the wisdom of Jacob's ladder. Seems like we're stuck at quarterback. Will we lose enough picks to get ourselves a quarterback in an already thin quarterback draft? I was just reading a mock draft from, it was ESPN or the Draft Network or something. And because apparently this quarterback class is thin, to your point, buddy, on YouTube, it is thin. But it's not like there's, from the perception anyway, that there's an Andrew Luck in this class, that no matter who has the number one pick, the quarterback is going to be taken, whether it's by trade, by hook or crook. The Draft Network mock draft I think I read, Fernando fell to the Jets with the 3rd overall pick, which is what they had at the time, like a day ago or something. They have the 3rd overall pick, and the quarterback just fell into their arms because the first 2 teams didn't need a quarterback, and it just fell that way. And apparently, Fernando wasn't good enough just to be the number 1 overall pick in a massive trade-up scenario. So the Jets may benefit either way. I would say this again. I want to win games. I get how important having a franchise quarterback is, obviously, of course. And the Jets need one. But I want to win games, and we'll figure out where we're at later in terms of the quarterback class. Draft is sort of a crapshoot, and we'll figure it out. Just because you have the worst record or the top pick doesn't guarantee it doesn't guarantee that you get the best quarterback or what have you. So we'll see what happens there. But hey, I would also say this with Jalen Phillips moving, because remember, Chris Greer got fired a couple days ago, or mutually parted of ways, however you want to describe it. With that happening, more trades are going to be happening here for the Dolphins, which could affect the Jets. We'll see if that does come to fruition. But interesting, very interesting. But speaking of wins, let's get to it. Jets-Browns this week. Jets, by the way, are a favorite. They opened up as a 1.5-point favorite in this game. They're now a 2.5-point favorite. Jets are getting money thrown at them as a 1-7 team at home against the Cleveland Browns. But this is one of those scenarios that somebody's got to win. The Jets haven't won a game at home, and, Cleveland hasn't won a game on the road. So what I'm being told to my ear is somebody's got to win this game. We'll see who it is. Interestingly, both Jets and Browns are both coming off a bye. They're both coming off a bye, so they have the same equal rest for the bye week, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed. Cleveland's got old Dylan Gabriel at quarterback, and he's been all right. 60% completion percentage, 700 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. I mean, Joe Flacco was a sieve. He threw 6 picks in his 4 games there with the Browns. Dylan Gabriel's been taking care of the football a lot more. However, Dylan Gabriel's been getting sacked more as well on that percentage. So the team's been able to get after him. And then Quinshon Judkins, a rookie running back, has exploded on the scene. He's got 486 rushing yards this year, 5 touchdowns, 4 big plays. He's just really burst onto the scene. So Quinshon Judkins has taken the hold of that running game. Everyone else on the team has 74 rushing yards or fewer. Also, Malachi Corley revenge game, huh? He's got 42 yards rushing on the season. So they've been utilizing him in some creative ways. So salute to old Malachi Corley. He's got 2 catches for 17 yards and how many carries? 2 carries for 42 yards. So there you go. Stock up for Malachi Corley. Here's another interesting thing with this offense. Their 2 leading receivers are tight ends. Harold Fannin Jr., who my father loved in the pre-draft process, rookie tight end. He has 352 receiving yards, 38 catches. His 38 catches lead the team. His 352 receiving yards leads the team. And his targets are second on the team with 51. 9.3 per clip. He has 2 touchdowns this year. Their next leading receiver is a tight end, David Njoku. 27 catches, 260 yards, another 2 touchdowns. So it's a tight end offense. And I know Jerry Jeudy is the top receiver in terms of statistics on this team with 22 catches for 257 yards. He has not scored a touchdown yet this season. He's been awful. I have him in fantasy on my bench, thankfully. But he just has been so wildly inconsistent this year. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. And remember, that was the guy that the Jets are going to trade for and all the crazy Madden rating nonsense. Thankfully, they didn't. I wouldn't have been very happy with that at all. Carson Schlesinger, their talented rookie linebacker, got hurt, so he's probably not going to be available for this game. He got banged up, but he was a monster statistically speaking. But this Browns defense, they're very stout, so it'll be interesting to see how the Jets respond. Myles Garrett already has 10 sacks on the season through the first 8 games of the year. But the thing is that it's Myles Garrett than everybody else. So Myles Garrett has 10 sacks. The next closest guy is Malik Collins with 3.5. But I saw you guys talking in the comments section earlier about, feeling so good about the Jets win against the Bengals, going, woo, we found something. And then you just saw what the Bears did to the Bengals defense. Now a lot of you are questioning it like, is the Bengals defense just bad and the Jets just took advantage of it, or did the Jets find anything offensively? I would say it can both be true. The Bengals can be historically bad on defense. They could be historically bad on defense, but the Jets could have also found some of that game that is, something you could carry over to the next game. So, yes, the Bengals defense is historically poor, clearly. But I think they built some things there. Alon says, I don't see 39 points versus Cleveland. I don't think you need 39 points, with all due respect, against Cleveland. Since Dylan Gabriel has taken over, let's see, again, what were the numbers? How many games has he played? Like a month of games, maybe? Yeah, 4 games. So let's look at the Browns schedule. Here is what the Browns did over that month since he took over. They lost to Minnesota Vikings 21-17, so they put up 17 points. All right. They lost to Pittsburgh Steelers 23-9. They put up 9 points. Okay. And then they beat the piss out of the Dolphins, but who hasn't, winning 31-6. And then they immediately went back down against the Patriots 32-13 where they got blown out. So it seems like we're using the month sample size of Dylan Gabriel's takeover. The blip on the radar is against Miami, who's awful, where they scored a bunch of points. But every other game, it's been 17, 9, and 13. That sounds like if the Jets are in a shootout, quote unquote, I like their chances against Cleveland. But again, the defense is really good. We'll see how the Jets respond. Also, how did the Jets respond offensive line-wise? They performed very well against the Cincinnati Bengals. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against the Patriots. So, well, going to have to account for that guy. Hey, Armand Membu did pretty good against TJ Watt. We'll see. I imagine Myles Garrett's going to be flipping on both sides, trying to get some action, both left tackle and right tackle. So that I'll be very intrigued by. Very intrigued by. But I'm excited. We got football. We got football to talk about. Plus, obviously, we're going to have a lot of trade deadline stuff as news continues to sort of churn in here as well. Harlem Born Bronx Bread says, we haven't beaten the piss out of the Dolphins. We have not. Well, I mean, we did recently. Over the last couple of years, we blew them out in that Week 5 game. That ended our divisional drought where we hadn't beaten an AFC East opponent in forever. And we beat the piss out of the Dolphins in that game. But I don't want to be channeling prior Zach Wilson starts. That goes to show you that it's been a hot second. Shout out to my pop. Hey now, from Romania. From Romania. Cheers. Cheers. Let me see. Google. Let me see how this translates. Let me see if I can do this here. Okay. It doesn't look like there's a proper translation from JETS, Jets in Romanian. It looks like it Aeronave cu reacția, which is they interpret it as jet aircraft. I was trying to look just for a jet chant, but not sure if that translates. So I was going to try to give you some Romanian to, sort of tie some stuff together, but it didn't happen. Yeah, so. But safe travels. I'm glad you made it to Romania. Okay, Pop. We'll have a Romanian Hop on Pop on Saturday. Yeah. Hop on Pop. Congratulations by default. I'm now the number 1 Romanian Boy Green fan. Hey, move over Austrian. We got our new number 1 Romanian fan. The number 1 Romanian Jets fan is Hop on Pop, baby. Beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. Let's go. Yes. Thank you very much. By the way, we got 300 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Again, if you guys see any more trade activity, let me know in the comments section, baby. We'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. I think moves are going to be coming. This might be a popular trade deadline. Alon coming in here. Darren Muji's phone must be ringing off the hook right now. I trade Will McDonald and Quincy Williams to San Francisco for a 2 and a 4. I go back and so Quincy, you've mentioned this several times, Alon. They got 4 4th-round picks. What's one more to just shed over to the Jets, and the Jets would get proper value there with the 4th-round pick. I was checking, by the way, the comp picks for coming up that the Jets will receive in a couple of months. Jets are set to get. I don't want to speak out of turn, so let me pull it back up. Comp picks. Shout out to Over the Cap. The Jets are set to receive a 5th and 3 7ths. A 5th and 3 7ths. So they don't have currently the Jets don't have a 5th-round pick because they traded up for Tyler Barron. It looks like they will get a 5th-round compensatory pick for losing Morgan Moses to New England Patriots, and then 3 7ths for the losses of Solomon Thomas to the Dallas Cowboys, Brandon Eccles to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Tyler Conklin to the Chargers. So the Jets could be getting 4 draft picks, it looks like, at this point. They could have had 3 more 5th-round picks, but those were all canceled out. DJ Reed got canceled out. That would have been a 5th. Javon Kinlaw would have been a 5th. That got canceled out. Hassan Reddick would have been a 5th, but that was canceled out because of the Jets' 3 signings of Brandon Stevens, Andre Sisco, and Justin Fields, respectively. So the Jets could have had some extra 5th-round pick combos there, but it did not happen. So 4 draft picks incoming here for the New York Jets, which, by the way, that is tied for the most comp picks that are projected to be doled out here. So very nice. Very nice. We'll see if that holds. There's all kinds of complicated formulas that go well beyond my pay grade to be able to explain that. But they are getting some comp picks back, so they will get the replacement of the 5 for the Tyler Barron deal, it appears. But yeah, another 4 would be great, and then a 2 would be the Will McDonald aspect. And I go back and forth. On one hand, Will McDonald is an incomplete player. True. On the other hand, he could rush the passer pretty good, even though we've seen it inconsistently this season. And the block field goal, like that was that was the coolest moment of the season. Now it came in a loss, unfortunately, but that was awesome. And I'd love, and Will's such an interesting guy. What an interesting story too. Just to hand him away for a 2 would stink. I mean, I know other people would probably be pretty jazzed about that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if a 2. If we do it, we do it. I'll react and respond to trades that actually happen, but. Yeah, Alon is disappointed. He's like, Andre Cisco cost us a pick? Yuck. Yeah, it would have been a 5th. Jets would have gotten if they didn't sign Andre Cisco, they would have gotten a 5th round comp pick. But they would have signed a safety anyway, so unless they signed a dirt cheap guy that didn't register on the comp pick formula, then they probably would have always cost a pick. Matthew here on YouTube, Boy Green Coffee Club member, Matthew Duran. It was always Sammy. Yeah, that's sort of like what I came to last night. I tweeted it out. I was just like, damn. If I could go back in time and just tell the Jets, be patient. Sam Darnold was always the guy. Maybe, just because it worked out somewhere else doesn't mean it would have worked out here. But as we constantly search for a franchise quarterback and we see Sam Darnold killing it, like we caught the bird in the cage. We're like, we got the franchise quarterback. And we didn't realize we had it. And we opened the cage door and the bird flies out. And now he's being a franchise quarterback for somebody else. That sucks. But eventually, we're going to find our guy. We're going to find our guy, and it'll be clear as day, and it'll be a beautiful day when that happens. Why don't we do this? We'll jump over. We'll open up the phone lines. We've got 300 people in the room. Again, like the video, hit subscribe. Also, keep those raffle tickets coming, baby. We have our beautiful Marty Lyons autographed Alabama jersey, which is, again, signed off to the Boy Green Coffee Club. It also has Roll Tide Marty Lyons in his jersey number 93. And again, an absolute Jets legend, a part of the famed New York Sack Exchange. Sweet-ass jersey. You want a chance to win this jersey? Spend $3 on the channel. You want to really make sure you get it? Gift memberships from the high heavens, baby. Hit that money sign on YouTube. You could super chat questions in. You could super sticker. You could gift channel memberships. Make sure you guys are taking full advantage, baby. This is one of the coolest prizes we've done on this show. And big shout out again to the Marty Lyons Foundation. All right, we'll open up the phone lines, and up next, your phone calls here on Boy Green Daily as we rapidly approach the NFL trade deadline. Hep, take it away.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green Daily. Bugging Daily, Bugging Daily. Yeah. Nice. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Jets. Let's go!
Hey! What is going on, everybody? Boy Green Daily continues. Shout out to the Hepster. We have 300 people in the room. Half of those people, 150 plus of those are watching on YouTube. Guys, like the video. Only 40 likes on YouTube, yet 150 of you are in the room. Like the video. It's right there. Smack it, baby. And help get this Jet show in front of other Jet fans out in the universe. Our watch party returns. Sunday was nice. I spent it with the family. We're watching a bunch of football. I was doing some other work for Heavy while watching the game, so it was just a wonderful time. But our watch party will be back for Jets-Browns coming up on Sunday. We'll have 5+ hours of live coverage in 6 days, doing pregame show for Jets-Browns, live watch party for Jets-Browns, then postgame party for Jets Browns, hopefully for a winning streak for your New York Jets. That would be absolutely marvelous. So hopefully we could get there. In case you're just joining us, the NFL trade deadline is already started, baby, because the Miami Dolphins, they're sell. The Dolphins sent away pass rusher Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick. Two reasons why this is relevant. Number one, of course, it's just trade deadline action. That's always interesting. But this eliminates a team from the Jermaine Johnson sweepstakes. Now, I hope there was no sweepstakes to be had, but a lot of insiders were reporting the Jets were taking calls for Jermaine Johnson, and Diana Rossini reported over the weekend that the Jets and Eagles specifically had trade conversations about Jermaine Johnson. So this eliminates them from that conversation. Hopefully eliminates any of that noise in general, because I want Jermaine Johnson to stay personally. And if this graphic would have had a Jermaine in the middle instead of a Jalen, I would have been very upset, especially for a third-round pick. Get the hell out of here. But that trade just happening this morning. Perhaps more trades to come. We will keep an eye out for that. Let's go to the phone lines. Pep starts us off. What's up, Pep?
Hey, Paul. How did it go yesterday? Was it strange not calling the game?
Very bizarre. I was just calling it to myself in a recliner, and then I kept getting looks from the room, my children, my fiance, like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm just sort of used to doing this every week. So I was just sort of, miming play-by-play to myself. But hopefully I got better. That's the key. Hopefully I got better. Yeah.
So, I didn't watch any football at all yesterday. I watched,
nice.
I watched Frankenstein meets
Okay.
Abbott and Costello.
Okay.
With my wife, and that was funny as hell. I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
I have. As a matter of fact, this just came up recently. I don't know why, but in college, I did this sound movie class, and our final project was actually for that movie. And what we had to do was they give you a scene completely in silence, and you can listen to the real scene and see what it sounds like, but you have to make the sounds for everything that happens in that scene with normal everyday activity. And so me and our buddy are like grabbing a can and like splashing it on water to see what that sounds like. So you have to collect sound out in the universe and then string it all together for a movie scene. So that was our final project for that class, and it was that movie, which is crazy. Well, what are the chances of you bringing that up and me remembering that and all that coming up? But that is 100% true. So yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think that was one of the best horror comedies that were out there.
Yeah, right. A very specific category, but I loved it nonetheless.
Hey, did anything happen in the NFL yesterday to speak about?
Let's see. So Bills take out the Chiefs, of course, give them credit. They've dominated the regular season. I think that was their 5th straight win against the Chiefs, so that was nice. New England nauseating, winning like their 6th game in a row or something. Atlanta bungling themselves and shooting themselves in the foot on stupid plays. What else was there in the NFL? Oh, the Green Bay Packers, who everyone said after week 1 was going to clearly win the Super Bowl. They lose to Carolina on a last-second field goal. Again, Green Bay. Oh my God, Green
Bay lost to Miami. Right? I mean, to Minnesota.
Correct. Detroit lost to Minnesota.
Detroit. Right.
And again, and I like the Purple People Eater. So I was happy for JJ McCarthy came back. So he took out the Lions, which I was like, whoa, okay. So that was notable. Let me see who else happened. Oh my God! If you have not seen the Bears-Bengals finale, geez, I mean, the game's over, touchdown. Nope, touchdown. And it ended on this crazy Caleb Williams, time running out, no timeouts.
I'll check it out.
Oh my God. It was like a 50-yard spinning thing, and I helped out my fiance. She's gotten into fantasy. She said, "Oh my God, I don't have anyone for this spot. Can you just look around at free agency try to help me out?" I'm like, "Oh, who's this Colston Loveland guy? Sure, I'll plug him in." He scored 30 points for her and won her in fantasy last night. So salute to her, my fiance for that. So, my God. The games were crazy, though. So, yeah, that Bears-Bengals one, that is definitely worth a rewatch for sure. And random Jaguars, Cam Little set the record for the longest field goal made in NFL history. It was 68 yards in that Jaguars-Raiders game. So there you go. Kicker action.
I mean, I remember Jack Dempsey holding that record forever, and it was like 62 or 63 yards. Now, that's an average field goal this year.
Yeah, right. I know. Now I think we're not too far. I mean, it's just going to be on the situation. I imagine it's got to be like an end of the half to attempt 70 because like whether it's Aubrey or Little or whoever, like a 70-yard field goal. What in the world? Like my
Crazy.
brain can't even wrap my mind around that. So that could be coming up here shortly, I imagine.
Yeah, we'd be kicking football field goals from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, honestly.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, Heb. And I appreciate anybody that got, get away, right? I can't. I'm just too addicted to football. But I love that a lot of people got away. I heard other stories. People were like, we went to apple picking or went to the pumpkin thing or just set up the Christmas tree. I don't know where people stand on all the Christmas action, but, pulling out the tree and stuff. We normally wait till Thanksgiving. So like Thanksgiving happens, although I'm going to be with my family for Thanksgiving, so it'll be delayed even more. But, excuse me, that's normally when we do it, but Christmas music, get all that flowing. Hey, it's November. I feel you. That's all fair game for sure. Again, we'll also be back live at 11 o'clock for Boy Green, the Man Chow Show with Boy Green Digital, which will be a lot of fun. So guys, make sure you continue to hop on that channel as well. We will live stream over here as well. Alon says Aubrey will kick a 70-yarder. And that's what my gut says. He definitely has a leg for it. But again, it's going to be opportunity because obviously if you miss, you're giving the ball right back to your team in like the red zone, So it's got to be the right situation. And like I said, I think the right situation would be end of half, end of game where you have no choice and you're running out of time. You're like, I might as well attempt to kick this sucker. But that will be a crazy moment when that, eventually happens. Hey, look at Taylor Sterling. The tree is up. Boom, Taylor. I love it. Hey, I'll tell you the guys this random, Christmas stuff. The number one Christmas song of all time is clearly Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's a classic. It's vintage. Absolutely love it. So, yes, Mariah Carey, she's a queen. She's the best of all time. My fiance hates it, but it is true. And so get the Christmas music and all that. And then the kid, I'll just tell you, being a dad and then the kids experiencing the Christmas thing, that really takes it to another level. So I can't wait. My daughter, Zariah Luna, is becoming a lot more aware. And like as she's getting older naturally. And my son, the same thing. So it's pretty cool. Yo Holmes immediately throws a challenge flag. Tree is up. It's November 3rd, bruh. Come on. Enjoy the Christmas spirit. As soon as Halloween's over, it's Christmas, as far as I'm concerned. Again, for me, I don't put it up. I did ask my fiance, you want to put it up? She immediately said, absolutely not. She had the Yo Holmes reaction. Dude, way too early. But I would do it. There you go. Very nice. I would do it. Oh, I just have to say this, Craig. Dominic the Donkey. I hate that song. Oh my God. Do I hate that song? My fiance loves it. I absolutely hate that stupid song. It is absolutely not in my repertoire of music. I'm a Bing Crosby guy. So, any Frank Sinatra's good. Trying to think of all the big, I'm all for like all the classic Christmas music I love. But Dominic the Donkey, hell no. There you go. DJ Dirty Cooch says, she's a queen, just made me vomit in my mouth. Show some respect to Mariah Carey, you freak. Show some gosh darn reverence for Mariah Carey. How dare you? William Aimley says, I'm pretty sure someone already hit a 70-yarder of the season. That was in the preseason, William. Or Bill, whichever you prefer. Yes, it did happen in the preseason, but preseason does not count for official NFL statistics. So we did see it in the preseason, which means all we have to do, and it was that same guy, actually, it was Cam Little. Jingle Bell Rock, Old Yank, that's another good one. I like that, sure, yeah. Alon on the Jeremiah Smith train, 24 touchdowns, less than 2 seasons, pretty good. Yeah, who's the other kid? Tate. He is not apparently considered in the same line as those other Ohio State receivers. So he was mid back end first round on the ESPN draft panel questionnaire yesterday. Let's go back to the phone lines. Troy joins us here on the show. What's up, Troy?
Hey, BG, how you doing today?
Good, man.
Hey, what do you think we're going to do in the trade? Do you think we might be looking as well?
I do. I think, again, if Darren Muji can crack a Jarvis Brownlee egg or a Harrison Phillips egg or a Juwan Briggs, probably more likely the Briggs, Brownlee, where they're younger guys with multiple years of team control. Harrison was a very unique example of a proven veteran at a clear position of need. I don't think at 1-7 they're going to add those kind of guys to the team, but I could definitely see young upside guys that have either rookies that haven't done as well, they fell out of favor, or a new coaching staff, so maybe you could steal a guy where there was a scheme change from a 3-4 to a 4-3, and then suddenly a guy shakes free for some of those strange reasons. So, yes, I think we are going to be in unique acquisition mode for young guys at positions of need. And I think doing your homework ahead of free agency, like I said, if you look at some of these free agents coming up here, if you look at some of these free agents that are coming up here, I would try to get ahead of them on some of those things. What was it? What was a coffee order there, Troy? What do we got in that cup?
That's just a drink from Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. Okay, what'd you get from Sonic? My fiance loves Sonic.
I just get a water and mango and cranberry.
Okay, very nice. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, also,
yes,
as a guy being a glass half full guy,
sure.
I'm actually, it must be the win, that we had last week, but
yeah, sure.
I'm feeling confident in this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I'm a Jets fan. I gotta be confident somewhere. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it, given this regime and the rest of the year, see where we end up at. And
so your glass half full thing. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think they're going to start winning games? Is what you're saying?
Well, we can all hope. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But yes, I think we're gonna win a few more games, and I think just the small things. I mean, if you look at it, we're cutting down on penalties. And I believe our special teams is looking better. Our defense,
for sure.
Other than last game, I mean, it looked better in a couple of games there before where it held some teams. But I'm really looking forward to this team going forward, and hopefully everything shakes out to the best. But anyway, I don't know. I just like to tell the Jets fan to chill out. Let's see where we're at the end of the year. And then we can go from there.
That's all we can hope for. 100%. Let me, Troy, make sure safety first. Make sure you get that seatbelt on, pal.
Yeah. All right. I'm out of here, bud.
Okay, there you go. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Oh my God! But seriously, for the love of God, get a seatbelt on. Safety never takes a holiday, man. Unbelievable. All right, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. I love Troy. Troy's fun. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. It's Kyle Clifton, baby. What's up, Kyle?
Boy Green, how are you?
Okay. Well, a little, what's the word? Not nervous, anxious. Yeah, anxious is probably the right term for ahead of this trade deadline, because it feels like just moves are about to happen. We're sort of just we're waiting. Everyone sort of has their guns at the holster, and we're like looking around, like who's going to start pulling the trigger. Miami did it this morning. Like, how much more is to come? It just feels like something's about to start popping here.
So, I mean, if it's going to make you feel any better, I don't think JJ and Quinnen are going anywhere.
Okay, great. All right, that makes me feel better. Sure.
But Breece is another story.
Oh.
If they can get a third for Breece, they should do it in a heartbeat.
Do you think they do?
Yeah, if they can get a third, for sure.
No, I'm saying, do you think they can get a third?
I don't know. I don't know. It's going to require a little bit of desperation. I might even do it for like a fourth and another pick, like a later round pick.
Oh, maybe they could get, they being the other team could get creative from that standpoint. Sure, that's possible.
Yeah. But that's only because, running backs are a dime a dozen. You have to think about the winning clock, right, and getting on the same timeline. Mm-hmm. I do think a Quinnen trade might be coming in the offseason when it might make more sense. And there's some other guys that you might take a look at, but it's going to have to be it's going to have to make sense.
Yeah, Quinnen feels more like an off-season thing because, again, AG is saying they're trying to win now and do all those things. Moving Quinn in the middle of the year, you're never going to get something in the middle of the year that's going to make you better. If you trade him in the offseason, you have the time of evaluating every offer, and then if you trade him early enough, you're going to have the resources to replace him. You're not going to find a one-for-one Quinnen replacement, but whatever that is in free agency or draft, you'll have a chance to fill that before you get to the season months ahead of time. So, yeah, that one seems to make more sense as an offseason thing. I guess you never know, but
I just think for those two guys, you'd have a tough time getting value.
Yeah.
I'm noticing in the chats there's some talk about Christmas songs.
Yes.
The best Christmas rock song is "Christmas Is the Time to Say I Love You" by Billy Squier.
Ooh.
And the best Christmas carol is "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," and that's all I have. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. I love it. Very nice by our boy Kyle there, getting in the Christmas spirit. Those two I have not heard popular enough. I like that. That's not a common response when those questions come up. So shout out to Kyle. What's that? Oh, Johnny Boy, Chad and BG. What's your top 5 Christmas movies? Okay, here we go. Well, number 1 is unquestioned. Same thing I feel about the Christmas song where it's Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. The number 1 Christmas movie of all time is Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. It's so clearly Christmas Vacation. That's number 1. No doubt about it. It's number 1. I have and I'm sure like everyone has it, there's a rotation of Christmas movies that are always in the Rolodex. When we get, like on Christmas Eve, we got to bang these out on Christmas Eve. They have to happen. Here's another one that I love this Christmas movie. It never gets the love it deserves. Like when we're doing this sort of debate or chat, no one brings this one up, but I will. Scrooged, Bill Murray. I freaking love that movie. That is an absolute classic. Never gets the love. Why? I have no friggin' clue. But those are my 2. Christmas Vacation, number 1, and Scrooged, Bill Murray. And if you haven't seen it, fix your life and make sure you guys see it this year. Scrooged is absolutely a gem. Absolutely love it. So many quotable moments. That's pretty good. All right, let me get some of these other ones in here. But let's get the rest of my let me get the rest of my top 5 out. So here's now where do I put them in the top 5? Like Elf, I enjoy Elf. Elf is a funny movie that could get inside the top 5. I'll put that at like 4. I'll put that at 4. So Christmas Vacation, number 1. Scrooge, number 2. Oh, I'll do Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's a great one. I'll put that one in at 3. So we've got Christmas Vacation 1. We've got Scrooge 2. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey version 3. We put it 4 was Elf. And then I need to round out with 5. Let me see. What's a good one for 5? Oh, 4 Christmases. I love that movie. I'm going to put 4 Christmases in there. That movie is so friggin' hilarious. I absolutely love 4 Christmases. Yeah. That is delicious. Absolutely great. All right, let's see some of your guys's. I'm seeing NC Green said Home Alone. Okay, there you go. I wasn't raised on Home Alone. Like I've seen it, but it like wasn't quite baked into the ethos. But I like Home Alone. Okay. Ronald saying 29th Street. Okay, Ronald. All right. Indy Jet saying if Christmas Story isn't top 5, I'll lose respect. Again, but this also sort of factors into like the family version versus my version. Like there's some like that's on my mother's list. And I got beaten over the head with the Christmas Story. And it's fine, but I don't go out of my way every year to go, ooh, let me pop in a Christmas Story. I don't. It's part of like that's a every 3 years rotation sort of thing. Not every year, but every like 3 years or something. That one can sort of work its way in there. Speaking of family, let's go to my number 1 Romanian Jets fan. It's Hop on Pop, baby.
Hey now, if I could do I didn't realize that the voices of the people from Despicable Me clearly are Romanian, because I will tell you that everyone here talks like Gru.
Oh yeah.
And,
oh, that's refreshing.
and some are almost like the guy sitting there talking to me, and I'm trying not to laugh
Yeah,
because I just
defensive. Yeah.
yes, yeah, and especially because the guy's bald too, and the voice is like spot on,
Okay.
spot on.
Wow. All right. Well, Pop, we have to do this now. So you got to give us your top 5 Christmas movies. We'll go from 5 to 1 year.
Number 5.
Yeah, so 5. Oh, I got to start at the bottom.
Yeah. Start at the bottom, work your way up.
Yeah, actually, I was sending it across the thousands of miles to you. The 4 Christmases.
Oh, yeah, Vince Vaughn. That's
Yeah.
a
So
great
before
movie,
you said
Vin.
it,
I love that one.
flip the tube. Flip the tube.
Orlando.
Swaddle the child, woman. Swaddle that child. Anyways.
And no one's saying that one in there right now. Again, folks, if you haven't seen that one, that one's I lean towards comedy. That's my flavor of choice if I have choices in some of these. But like that's one people got to work. My fiance hates that one, but like, oh boy,
it is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, just tell her to simmer down and swaddle the child. But I don't recommend that.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Number 4.
By the way, whatever happened to Vince Vaughn? He did like a pile of movies in a short time frame, and they are
A+,
in my opinion, classics. Classics.
Sure.
And what happened? Like, where is he? Yeah.
He's doing some random things I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, doing some rando, like that 2 a.m. closing time. Anyways, hey now.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay, so number 4. So actually, I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna jump up to number 1.
Oh, you want to go to number 1 first?
Number 1.
Yeah, number 1, Scrooged. Scrooge, number 1.
Ooh, okay. All right. I respect it. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I went
ready?
to the Dollar movie theater in Orlando, Florida, when I was in boot camp. When it first came out, $1. $1.
Okay,
So,
very nice.
All
right, now, what order do you want to go in for your 5? You tell me.
We'll go to number 2.
Number 2.
Christmas Vacation.
Okay, there we go. So we just have ours flip-flop. Nothing wrong with that. I love both. So, okay. All right. Ready for number 3?
Yeah.
Number 3.
I'm going to go... Actually, I'm going to go number 4.
Okay. Number 4.
You're being that one Jeopardy contestant that they hate. Yeah, 100, 1,000, 6, 2, 3. Okay.
And it is A Christmas Story.
Okay, there you go. Uncle Indy is super happy for that, apparently, in the comment section. So there you go. And then okay.
Yeah, A Quick Christmas Story.
Okay.
It is in Cleveland, Ohio, the story. And I've told this story before, but I'm sure not everyone's heard it. I'll be really brief with the story. But it is in Cleveland, Ohio, right down the road from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
except it's in a bad neighborhood.
Oh,
but anyway, it's not a great neighborhood. The interesting story about the house was bought by somebody in California on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And he assumed there's going to be a lot of bidding, so he doubled what the guy was asking for when he bought the house. He goes to the house, and the house is trashed, destroyed on the inside, has to completely rebuild it. By the way, he was the only bid. He ended up buying like houses all around it, and then he ended up buying the rights to, you name a movie, he bought the rights to it. He bought the marketing rights for Christmas Vacation. He bought the marketing rights for Elf and a few others, so he can produce and sell products from those movies.
Okay, that's what was going to be my next question. Like, what do you get with those rights? Okay, interesting. All right.
So if you go to it's all based out of so if you go online, it's Christmas Story House Shop, and you can buy all that kind of stuff there. Across the street is a museum, a Christmas Story museum. So anyways, so when we went, you have to pay to do the tour. We go to do the tour, and we didn't know this at the house.
Yeah.
Again, none of the movie, the inside of the house was not filmed there. That's another interesting side.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
It was filmed, and most of the movie was filmed in Canada. Just the outside pieces were filmed in Cleveland.
Okay.
Why, I don't know. But anyways, they did the entire inside of the house like it was set up, like the movie. Even the bar of soap is in the bathroom.
Okay.
So it's cool. It's a cool thing. So what we didn't know when we went there was that what's the kid's names? What's the little brother's name?
Ralphie?
No, the little brother's name.
Okay, let me get
the
it.
kid that couldn't put his arms down.
Yeah, let let me see. Christmas Story cast. Randy.
So Randy, the actor who was no longer a kid. Again, this is not probably a decade ago. Randy, or no, 15 years ago. But anyways, Randy is there. Randy now is a 30-year-old man.
So again,
right?
Randy, who was the kid, is now an
The kid.
adult, and he's at this house. You're saying?
He
Okay.
is spending the summer at that house as a tour guide for the house.
Okay.
Okay. Now, obviously, Randy does not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and so we're sitting there, and I got to wrap the story up because I know it's taking a little time. But anyways, we're sitting there
Go ahead.
doing this tour, and this woman in the crowd. It's like 10 people in the tour, and this woman's like, "Hey, how come you didn't do any more acting?" And I just look at her. I'm like, "Hey, bitch! Like, what the fuck kind of question? Why aren't you skinnier? Like, why are you at?" Yeah, he turned down Oscar-leading roles so he could provide tours of this fucking house at $10 a pop. Is that what you think, you idiot?
What was his response?
And so the guy just standing. He's like he's standing on the stairs that they come down wearing the pink thing. So he's standing on the stairs, and his whole face, like it looked really bad. Like I was like, man, what a bitch.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, that was a real dick move. And I'm like, hold my beer because I can do better than that. But anyway, so we're doing a tour of the house.
Okay.
We're doing a tour of the house. And like this guy is looking to make money, right? And he says, if anybody wants, I'll climb under the cabinets like he did in the movie. He goes, I'll climb under the cabinets for $5 and I'll so you can take a picture. And he was doing all kinds. He was selling DVDs that he autographed. He offered to people to go out to that Chinese food restaurant for dinner. If you paid, he would go out to dinner with you at a Chinese restaurant. But anyway, so we're there, and I'm like, it's the right thing to do. So I said, all right, please climb under the cabinet, and I'll give you $5. And so he climbs under the cabinet, and he looks up, and he's like, all right. He goes, go ahead and take your picture. I'm like, I actually don't want a picture. I was willing to pay $5 to see if you could get in the cabinet, though.
Yeah. By the way, if you take that picture, what do you do with the picture? I don't understand. Am I like, hey guys, I found the kid. You remember him, Randy? Yeah, like here's him at 40 underneath this cabinet. Jesus.
Yeah, I guess what you do is you clip that together with a picture of him at 40. I don't know what you do with it, but I didn't take the picture. I did pay $5, but I didn't take the picture.
So he says, "Hey, folks, if you pay me $5, I'll go under this thing." You're like, "Sure, all right, fuck it, go under there, buddy." And he goes under there, and then asks you if you want to take a picture, and you say, "No, actually, I'm good." What was his response to that?
He's like, "Dick." No, he didn't say anything. He got $5. At least it wasn't an out of the blue. Like I literally did what he wanted. Right? Because it's not really that bad. It's not like that woman. Hey, how come you weren't on Golden Pond? Or, why didn't you, get an Oscar for your, So maybe it was bad, but in the end. Anyways, number 3.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Let me get back to our numbers. Sorry, you had me distracted.
Number 3.
So number 3, I'm going to go, and I don't really have a hard feeling one way or another. Like you, a Christmas Story is nice. I watch it because your mom likes it, but But number 3, I'll go with Elf.
Elf. Okay, you went a little higher than me on Elf, but okay. I thought you were going to put the Christmas Story sequel, which I don't know if people know. There is a second one now out there in the universe.
And by the way, it's not bad. Actually, I do. I've used that lines from Elf all the time. I go into places. Congratulations. And
the best cup of coffee in the world.
People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But right on your door, it says the best cup of coffee in the world. Congratulations.
Elf is another quotable movie. There's some good Elf stuff in there. Yeah.
So, anyways, I figured I'd call in, say hello.
Appreciate that.
And well, that's all I have till Saturday. But
okay,
the business is picking up. Let's move some Jets, get some prospects for the future. I take nothing. I take a third. My prediction is Kansas City offers the Jets a third for Breece. I don't take if it's not a third, they could bite me, right? Now, at some point, you're spiting your face, right? If it gets to 11:59 tomorrow night, or what,
Yeah.
I'm taking a tic tac at that point. I'm
Oh,
gonna
so
hold.
it's the poker bluff. You're like,
Right.
fuck you, buddy, and you're giving him the look, and then when it rubber meets road, you're like, fuck it, I was just fucking with you. All right, what
Right,
was
'cause
that?
in the
What was
end,
that? Oh, I see. Okay.
and in the end, a tic tac is better than nothing.
I guess
But
that's true.
he is
Hey,
he is very, very clearly worth a third round pick. Very clearly worth a third round pick.
and maybe again to your point, right? People like rubber meets road, right? Sure, Jets feel pressure to get something for something they may get nothing for, but the other team is like, like this
Yeah,
is
the
my
other
last chance to utilize the trade deadline to fix a apparent hole that could be on my roster. So there's a pressure both ways. They don't talk about the other one more often than the latter.
right.
But
Right. And so the Jets are less likely to need to swerve in this game of chicken, right? It's the Jets in the worst thing that happens, you like the Minnesota Vikings from 5 or 10 years ago in the draft where those idiots missed it. Like their clock, I never saw that before. Their clock ran out when they were going to pick. They go,
Yep.
what? They didn't pick. So in the end, you have Breece Hall for the rest of the year. He helps you win a game or two more. Great. But I think someone that really wants him, they're definitely going to give up first, and they're going to get a 3. But less than a 3, it's just even that's just a self satisfaction of hey, fuck you. So, but anyways.
Hey, before you go, Pop, a quick shout out. T-Town Jet just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. It went to, I won't make you read it, Pop. I see you're on your phone, but that membership went to Edna Mode. And I just want to give a shout out because, of course, that's a raffle ticket for our Marty Lyons autographed jersey giveaway. T-Town Jet, the Alabama jersey with all his Jets accomplishments, also being in the College Football Hall of Fame, and signing it off to the Boy Green Coffee Club. So, T-Town Jet, you got a raffle ticket for a contest. Appreciate you, pal.
Hey, now. I'm glad that the Mount Rushmore each got 25 tickets. But if you did that 2-for-1 today, if we had 4 million subscribers today, we did the double dip. I'm donating the money. It's going to this guy because that's going to be mine.
There you go. That's what you should do, to be honest with you, to give yourself a chance. But I appreciate the selflessness that was displayed for that Friday special. Every once in a while, we may do that on a random pop flash sale. We'll see if that happens this month. Who knows? But that's always potential in the cards. But appreciate it, Pop. Thank you for chiming in from Romania. This will be, I imagine, your last conversation before the trade deadline tomorrow at 4:00.
Oh, no.
Or 4:00 our time, I guess.
So what, 3:00? When's your Yeah, this will be it. Yeah, I got to actually,
Okay.
I'm working today from the hotel as I flip around with the time. And tomorrow I've actually got to go to the corporate office. So.
Okay.
Yes.
So no, I figured that was possible. So again, any final thoughts you want to share before we on this trade deadline thing? Because I guess it's your last chance to say it from your chest.
All right. Quentin Williams becomes a Dallas Cowboy. Breece Hall becomes, and they get both. They can have both the first round picks, and Breece Hall gets a third from Kansas City.
Wow. Both first for Quentin. Okay. What a mic drop. There you go. Hop on Pop. Wow. 2 firsts for Quentin. Ooh-wee. That's a spicy trade package. Okay. Wow. All right. Wow. Who would have thought Pop was talking all this shit about all that stuff, and now all of a sudden he's on the other side of like, yeah, I'll give it to you. All right, here we go. We got 400 people in the room, guys. Like the video, hit subscribe here on YouTube. Let's go back to the phone lines. What some people say Jets stands for: just end the season, trade them all. Alon joins us here on the program. Alon.
Hey, Paul, what's going on? Couple of comments. First of all, Die Hard is the best Christmas movie.
Yes, there you go. Get Die Hard in there.
Best.
What an oversight. Yes.
Yes. Couple of comments. I'm shocked you would not take a 2 and a 4 for Quincy and McDonald.
Quincy, I would
think
definitely take, because obviously Quincy, you're for people that have not heard you before. The 4 is clearly for Quincy. The 2 would be
yes.
for Willie. The 2 is the one I just keep going back and forth on, because I've heard enough insiders debate about Will and the value, and they settle around that same thing. The 2 is the thing that would push them over the top.
What do you
2 is
think?
valuable.
Why do you think Will is worth more than that? Will has been an absolute no-show this year. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good follow up. I don't think it's that Will is worth more. It's that I look at what's the best way to describe this? There are things in my house that have an intrinsic value. I'm looking at a book over there. It's cost $20. If someone came in and said, "Hey, Paul, I'll give you the $20 you spent on that book," I don't know if I want to sell the book just because I could get the value for what it's worth. Maybe I just want the book. So, the Jets are constantly looking for pass rushers, and man, Will has proven in the past he's capable of it. So if this season is fucked, but like in next season, let's say the Jets are hopefully more competitive, and they're in better pass rushing situations. I think here's my thing. I think if Will goes to fuck me, who's the team? The Eagles
San
just traded for a
Francisco.
pass rusher. Sure, he goes to San Francisco, right? And they have an impressive, nice little record. And then they get in situations where they're putting Will in third and long situations. I think Will's going to perform. I think he's going to put up production, especially when he's not the only guy. So I think not quite Sam Darnold level, where last time like, holy shit, look at the Sam guy. But there's going to be a little like, damn, look at Will doing it for some other team. Like a little bit of that feeling. It's not about necessarily the value of a second. Another second would be great. I think it's more so just the player and the seeing him, with somebody else.
I think people have overhyped Will McDonald. I think Will McDonald, as I said, is a one-trick pony, and this year he's proven that trick really hasn't been great. A couple other comments. I wish your dad was the Cowboys GM, because there is no chance in hell they would trade 2 1s for Quinn Williams. No chance. No.
Well, that would be great, because I must have offered something crazy, right? Oh, I guess that was the Micah deal, so maybe that's different. But they just traded for Kenny Clark to then turn around and trade for another defensive tackle and invest that kind of premium resource. I mean, wow.
No chance. There is no chance they make that deal. Couple other comments. First of all, I agree with your dad on one thing. I happened to watch the Chiefs yesterday.
Oh yeah,
and I know the Chiefs are not a team that usually offers draft capital for current players, but I just don't see their window being that much longer. I think Kelsey's gone maybe within a year. Again, probably. Mahomes is going to be 30 soon. If they can get Breece for a third, I would do it if I was them. I think he fits that team so perfectly. And if I'm the Jets, if you can get a third for Breece, you do it. I know people.
And by the way, Patrick is already 30. He turned 30 in September.
Yeah. That would be the trade that would make sense. I know Kansas City doesn't usually do trades like that, but I think he's the right fit for that team.
Especially they're just running Kareem Hunt out there, who's bagging groceries 2 years ago. So it just feels like they could soup it up.
It doesn't fit. And one final comment to my good friend Indy.
Yes.
Jeremiah Smith could be blindfolded with one hand tied behind his back, and he would have 150 yards against that Bengal defense. Okay. That Bengal defense is amongst the worst I have ever seen. Ever. So everybody was excited about 39 points last week with the Jets. Yeah. The Jets will never sniff 30 points again the rest of the year. They will.
What are we scoring against Cleveland this week?
Under 20. They might win the game. Maybe 17-13, something like that.
Gross.
Maybe. I mean, the over-under is 37.5. I would take the under on that.
I haven't seen that. That's
it's 37.5.
That's disgusting. All right, well.
Okay, Paul. I'll chat with you on Friday when we preview Iowa, Oregon. I know college football that's a big game. Definitely more important than a garbage Jets Browns game that no one will actually be at. Always a pleasure, Paul.
Thank you, Alon. There he is, joining us here on the program. Again, the NFL trade deadline is tomorrow, Tuesday, November 4th, 4 o'clock. It's a trade deadline. Do more moves happen for the NYJ? Ian Rappaport seemed to suggest they're the team that's going to get the most calls. So what does that mean? I guess we'll see. Intel on says Jets are scoring 13 this week. Fields will suck again. I hope not. If so, then this wild roller coaster is just something. DJ Dirty Cooch says, fuck it, trade everybody. I think there's more moves to come. Yo, Holmes. Will McDonald is a one-trick pony who's not being utilized to his full potential. He should never be on the field on first and second down. That's just a luxury the Jets can't afford right now because of their defensive end depth. But that's what I'm saying, though. If you now, like, that's a first world problem. A lot of people can't afford to have a really expensive pass rusher that only is playing as a sub-package player. But, I mean, damn. Rushing the passer is an incredibly valuable trait in the National Football League. So that's a thing that I'm sort of thrown off about. Let me see. That's true, Jared B. He did. Pocky, tell us what happens with the trade deadline since you're in the future. Yes, with the hour set, he did. Apparently, Quinnen and Breece. Boy, you better pick up Isaiah Davis wherever you are in fantasy, I guess, if that's going to happen. For sure. Yeah, Braylon Allen getting hurt sucked. Die Hard Love in the chat. Very nice. 2 first for Quinnen. Unbelievable. Yeah, that was pop. Yeah, DJ Dirticoot says he said no a few weeks ago. He totally changed his ways. He did. That's what sort of stunned me on the Quinnen Williams trade thing. Hit the like button, as T-Town Jet says. And thank you so much, buddy, for the... let me fix this. We're having one of those issues. Hang on a second, folks. There we go. I think I fixed it. All right, there we go. Come on, hit the like button, as T-Town Jet says. We have 365 people in the room. 130 of you guys are on YouTube. Let's get a refresh on YouTube, see how many likes we have currently on the YouTube show for today. We have 75 likes. So, again, there's another 60 plus in the room. Make sure you guys like the video. That's how this Jet show gets in front of other fellow Jet fans. Salute to Pops in Romania for his job. Shout out to him for being here on the program. NC Green, Shower Sheen and Elf is pretty good. If you have not seen Elf, that probably sounds pretty weird to hear it in that phrase. But yes, that scene's good as they're singing back and forth. That's a good one. I do like that one. Yes. I can confirm. I was about to highlight this comment, but I'll tell it to this guy's face in Indy. No pink bunny outfit. No, thank you. Did not. But we did get it for my mom recently for Christmas, and she really enjoyed it. Got into that thing. So shout out to Mama Eston, who got the pink bunny outfit. Thank God I was never in it, nor is there any photos or video evidence of that ever happening. Thank the Lord above.
If there is, she'd send it to me.
That is unfortunately true. She would send that in on the show. So
that's why she's my favorite niece.
There you go. Uncle Wendy, what's cracking?
Yeah. Well, I want to address Alan's comment of how this Smith kid from Ohio State would walk. Yeah. Cincinnati has only allowed one wide receiver to break 100 yards.
Wow.
But, so that must, this kid must be a phenom. He must be Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson combined, because Jefferson couldn't do it. Nobody else has been, only one. Amon-Ra St. Brown got exactly 100 yards. That's it. Nobody else. And so I can say the defense is that bad, but if you're not giving up big plays. To multiple, to their big wide receivers. So I don't think Cincinnati's their run defense is terrible. I think we're familiar with that. But Cincinnati's pass defense is not as bad as Allen seems to think it is.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking just.
Oh, sorry, folks. I don't know what the hell happened there in the middle of me and Indy call. The internet just went out. Not sure what the heck is going on. So some technical difficulties here on the program, and it looks like it's busted up here. So I guess that's where we're going to end the show. I don't know what the hell happened there. Streamer's having an issue there, but I want to shout out the 400 people that were in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, show your support, and we'll be back on for Boy Green Daily tomorrow morning. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties here at the end of the program. But we'll see you guys soon. Actually, I'll be back on at 11 o'clock talking more NFL Overreaction Monday. You guys can tune in for that. Man Show with Boy Green Digital. Good Lord.